Hey, what's up? This is our new TV, Samsung Freestyle. Now it's been out for a while, a projector from Samsung. It's been out for a while, but we decided to get this because our bedroom doesn't have enough space to fit a conventional TV. Now this is a 100-inch big screen projector. Compact, it's as big as a supersized can. And what it's sitting on right now is a battery base, which I got because I wanted to use this when there's no electricity. Now looking at this, you can see at the front here, it's got some buttons, which you will rarely come to use. If you have a look over here, that's the power button, that's a volume up, volume down, and that's for connecting your phone to it, because you can cast from your phone straight onto the big screen. Now Netflix has a bit of an issue with copyright and stuff, so you won't be exactly able to do that casting from your phone, but everything else like YouTube, you can do that perfectly, no problems at all. And it comes with this nice handy, which is remote, which is one of the best features that I love about this. First things first, USB-C charging for the remote, which means you don't have to be looking for batteries every time it runs out of batteries and stuff. And if you're familiar with Samsung TVs, you can see the navigation's the same on the newer model TVs. On the remote it's the same. It's got a quick Netflix button, Amazon Prime, Disney, and Samsung TV Plus. And you got your volume up, volume down, channel down, home for the home settings, play, return, and then this bit where you can sort of like a cursor thing that you can use, obviously by pressing buttons. And then you got your power on, and you've got a microphone button here for controlling the projector through Bixby. You can do voice controls to say, hey Bixby, play Coldplay, and then it will bring it up on the big screen. So you can swivel it like this, up and down. You can actually have it projecting onto your ceiling while you're lying in bed. You can watch TV, or if you go camping, you can have it showing up against a wall or a tent or whatever. You don't need to buy like a projector screen. It will perfectly be able to cast the image on there. Now obviously, because with projectors there's light, you need to like block out as much light as you can. In this room we'll have a blockout curtain that we put up every time we want to watch it, which is, you know, something small to pay for the convenience of being able to have something to suit a room that is less than 3.5 meters long. As you can see, if I show you here, it's not that long. So you can see over here, if you wanted to get a TV in there, it will be very hard to be able to, you know, get the power on there. And being a rental as well, to be drilling the walls, I don't think the landlord will be too happy about that. So this is the perfect setup for us. That's why we got this. And from this, we can see a 100-inch TV with no problems at all. A closer look at the projector itself, you can see that on the side here, it's got a mini HDMI input, which you can use, of course, to use this as a portable screen or portable monitor for your camera or for your laptop or for your DVD player, PlayStation 5, anything that you can throw at it. One thing that I would have loved to have on this is onboard storage for things like Netflix, so you can download your favorite shows and then you don't have to be like trying to, you know, connect it. It connects wirelessly to the internet, but it's not everywhere where you can get Wi-Fi on it, and then, you know, sometimes it's slow. So you're left with having to personally hotspot your Wi-Fi onto this and then playing your stuff, or otherwise downloading onto your device and then casting. But as I said before, Netflix doesn't really allow you to be casting stuff. Mainly, you can be using it for YouTube to cast stuff from YouTube onto this. And you can see here, it's got USB-C charging or powering, for in this case, USB powering. Now, the power that goes to this, you get in the pack, you get a charger from Samsung and a power cable as well. Now the charger you get is this one. As you can see here, I'll read it for you. It's the output from this is 5 volts at 3 amps or 9 volts at 3 amps. So it just depends on 15 volts at 3 amps, 20 volts at 3.25 amps. So basically you can power this thing using something that outputs 3 amps, varying from 5 volts to 9 volts. And you can also use this charger. This is the charger that you also use for the battery base. So in terms of the cost for all this stuff, the projector itself is going to cost you about 500 US, which is a small price to pay for a 100-inch TV. And the good thing about this is it doesn't have to just 100-inch. It can be something from, say, 8 inches to 100 inches, and it does it all automatically. If I was to cast it to that side, which is very close, it will have no problems, and it could also cast from a long way away and it will have no problems at all. And if you have a look at this battery base, so this is the battery base, is about 200 US, and you can use this to power this bad boy for about 3.5 hours watching a movie or whatever you want to watch. Over here you can see this is charging for it at the bottom here, USB-C, and then at the top it's to power the projector itself, and that's the power on button, and then it'll display how much power is in it using these 4 bars. You can use this to charge your phones or external devices. You can also power this projector with different power banks, but just make sure you match it to the voltage that is needed for this projector. There's this nice handy port where you can screw it onto a tripod, and then you can have it standing up if you don't have a table to put it onto. But this is the perfect spot for us, and it fits here perfectly. It's fine. Well, having a look at the back here of this is where the speaker is. The speaker is okay. It doesn't, it's not too loud, it's not too soft. It's just okay for a projector. And you can connect this to a sound bar through Bluetooth or your headphones through Bluetooth. So that will be, that'll be all right. And to attach this to the base, you just line it all up, the holes, and just go like that. So it sits inside. So this is a bit flexible, the rubber bit, and like that. And then now it can be like that, which is perfect. Now let's get into how good the picture quality is. Try to play something, see how that goes. Picture quality on this is pretty good, 15 nits of brightness, which is about the same as you get in a cinema. Now it's not the same as you'd have in an OLED TV or LED TV in your house, but this will do the job. Screen ranges from about 30 inches to about 100 inches, which is pretty good. Now this camera is not doing it enough justice to show you how good the picture quality is on this. As long as you can block most of the light out of the room, like with most projectors, this is pretty good. For the price, you get good picture quality, and the sound from it is pretty good. If you're not happy with it, you can connect your sound bar to it, or a Bluetooth speaker, or some Bluetooth headphones, as I usually did. The menus on here are the same as that are on most Samsung smart TVs, LG. These setups are almost the same now, but the Samsung ones are pretty smooth. This is pretty smooth, easy to use. You got your apps. If you want to get more apps, you can just go to the apps, and you get an app store in there, and you can put on extra apps that you need in there. You can just search and add other stuff in there. It's pretty easy, standard stuff. Now we're going to go into this ambient mode, which is pretty cool, where you can use this as sort of like a wallpaper, just to give the brighten up the room, spruce it up a little bit. You got something like that, or if you fancy, you get something like, you got like snow-covered mountain. Pretty cool. You also have your settings here, which you can access through the side menu. So anytime you need to go somewhere, you just press the home button, and in your settings here, you've got things like the Wi-Fi, the keystone, so you can change it manually, but I wouldn't do it because it just performs better, just out of the box, no problems. Better to just leave it on automatic and it will do its job. Autofocus, scale and move the screen, and then the picture mode, you can play around with that, make it vibrant, you can make it movie, but I just leave it on standard and then you get the picture set up. You can change all that stuff, but most of this stuff is standards. As I said before, you know, you get it on most TVs. It's the same thing. They just made a projector and just put the software on from the TV onto this, which is pretty cool. So that's about it. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer as many of them as possible. I'll see you on the next one.